What's going on, folks? It's James, aka Spinner the Spinner Song and Sound, coming back at you with another Forneverlands Friday. We're on episode 8. Yesterday was my birthday, and I wanted to share 28 lessons with the world because I turned 28, which not everybody makes it to this age, like my uncle I was named after who drowned as a baby. So let's start it off with lesson 1. Remain grateful for what you have, and this cannot be forgotten because life is fragile, nor do you ever know when it's going to be gone. Lesson 2. Stay inspired daily by what you love and keep rolling that inspiration throughout the week. Lesson 3, don't be consumed by things outside your locus of control because you do have the power to change things if you so desire or want to make things become a reality, which I'll put it this way: as you think, so you shall become. Lesson 4, read a good book from time to time because lifelong learning doesn't have to be boring if you choose fun topics that appeal to you, and by doing that, you also assure you'll never feel old having learned something new. Lesson 5, don't be consumed by humans who are bad vibe merchants or individuals who are filled with negative energy. And this cannot be understated because misery loves company, folks, nor does anything good come out of what's bad, simply said. Lesson 6, look on the bright side of things, which is a carry on to the last thing said, because attitude is the one thing you can manage in life yourself, and attitude determines altitude, so they say. Lesson 7, be penny wise but not pound foolish, because if you take care of the pennies, folks, the dollars can make themselves. Lesson 8, have solid discipline, and that's something that will keep you away from instant gratification, which that is a silent killer for what you want to achieve over time, because focusing on what's right in the moment or this instant doesn't always build something that can compound into long-term value. And that's why you got to go through trial and error, folks. Lesson 9, listen to more types of music than what's contemporary, folks, because as a career, I love producing as well as performing myself. And the more perspectives you hear through music, the more broadened your tastes get. Lesson 10, don't carry the burden of doing something making you unhappy if there's a better place you'd rather be during the day. A lot of humans like pigeonholing themselves to what if, but nothing is worth not risking doing if you love the process, even if a lot of failing or falling down is involved in a leap of faith until you hopefully find the point where you're going to fall upward in some sense from never giving up. And I saw something worded in a book that said the world needs more people to be alive. So don't forget what makes you feel alive, folks, because it depends on the subject. Lesson 11, work defines a major amount of life, just like sleep. So make sure you are enjoying what you want to professionally do, no matter how you got to manage whatever your ideal work is while paying the bills, which my situation is tough, but I still make it out in one piece happily. Lesson 12, make time for exercise during the week because fitness is the closest thing humans have to a fountain of youth, and things do not get easier to attempt as time travels on, folks. So building a foundation with habits early on can make life much better later due to discipline, which takes me to lesson 13. Focus on healthy habits or outlets to manage your stress because some humans in the world will always resort to extremely desperate measures. And that's probably due to how their character was developed or not developed. But recall, you don't have to be consumed by what's going on within another person. Lesson 14, focus on mono-idealism because the human brain does not work as well if you're multitasking, and that has been researched. So don't multitask unless need be because the human brain makes more mistakes when overwhelmed. Lesson 15, make sure you are looking for prosperity in the right places because many humans do activities in life to fill a void inside themselves, whether or not they live to make it out of that void. What is consuming any given human's life is hard to say because the cause and effect of life is hard to observe, folks. But if you find prosperity in the wrong place, all I can say is it will not always bring about healthy satisfaction. Lesson 16, add variety to your day, folks, because variety is the spice of life, and switching even the smallest things up, like drinking some water drinking some Kool-Aid instead of water for dinner, can help break the norm or monotony any given day. Lesson 17, don't assume about things when you can ask and make sure, because it's better to double check than not know or give misinformation, falsifying, or just tell a lie, which everyone lies at some point in their life, but being dishonest is not something you want to be known for. As I say, some inevitably will by being untrustworthy. That hurts their reputation, which reputation is not something you can always earn back from people not believing in you anymore. Lesson 18, be proactive, not reactive, because it's better to need something and not have it than not have it but need it. So recall, preparation brings about the will to win, which is why I'm here for y'all. Lesson 19, Humans do not scale to each other, and that is not something easy to grasp. I get it, but everybody's life experience or journey is different in various nuances, so no, you may be influenced by others who you see yourself within them, but your own path will not be the same as theirs. Lesson 20, instant gratification does not always bring about substantive, long-term happiness in today's modern world with a much bigger void of emptiness, so find what you value and bring more life to it. Lesson 21, value in life is subjective, just like how humans choose to live, so there's no one way to measure life without getting into quantifying what's good or bad, which I'll keep that out for now. Lesson 22, you never know when there's gonna be a turn of cards in life, folks. So keep trying, because making effort shouldn't be something you fear if you are confident in your self-confidence, which some humans are not due to self-esteem issues. But ultimately what I'm getting at here is don't fear death or dying, just never trying. Lesson 23, how much money you earn doesn't have to be the end result, but how you enjoy your lifestyle does, whatever business you want to make time for doing with your lifestyle. Lesson 24, monetary value or material possessions are not the bottom line, because what's innate will always carry more value. Now, that's not to say having possessions is bad, but don't get carried away by that, because many people have the wrong mindset, which I'm doing this to help enlighten others to prevent that from occurring to them. Also, humans with more attachment to materials or materialists, I would not say are always great people, but it always depends on their character. Lesson 25, make time for imagination and trust that will guide you to higher ground in life if you have work ethics to do such. I say this because imagination and fiction does make up a lot of real life. Lesson 26, make sure what is consuming your human is not destroying you, because it will reflect, and ultimately everything about you reflects something about who you are. So I hope it's for the better, not worse. As I say, everyone can improve, but it's wanting to follow through doing that which is difficult. Lesson 27, don't forget to be satisfied with your progress in life, folks, because it's not worth being complacent, nor is it worth being unhappy at yourself for doing the best you can, moving onward, progressing towards whatever goals you want to achieve in your life. End results in life all vary, but if you have a good idea of what you want to do, then you will figure out how to cover the bases, which leads me to Lesson 28. This is the last one, folks, and I'm going to end it by saying, make sure you're living destiny dreams, because those indefinitely make waking up any given week more enjoyable, no matter what nightmares you got to pull yourself through. I can speak on that because songs keep me coming back for more no matter where the road goes, but I'm loving it either way being in the mix, folks, so that's awesome. Anyhow, that's all, folks, and all these gems I just dropped are not in any order, but just remember what I said at the beginning, because life is fragile. I lost some family this year, and that will continue as time goes on, but with experience of coming of age or from coming of age in life brings clarity and how things actually work, not just the illusion of what seems to be. As you get older, realize the weeks do in a sense go by faster because you are doing similar shit a lot, but if you can break the monotony when adulting, you can provide an escape from the ordinary world and not just get old person syndrome, which happens eventually, folks. Nobody can always be in a happy mood any given day depending on what's going on in their headspace, but realize you'll never know what burdens lie on someone's shoulders. And on top of that, each day can be less of a disappointment if you so choose it to be. If you so choose it to be, so consider that. I've learned an insane amount at this age alone, just this year, and then all those other years. And I will continue to learn daily while having a decent balance at my age, alongside having some spare funds to work with. But recall, money is not the only wealth in life. It's having a variety of options, which I enjoy having no matter what turn of the cards happens in the future as life happens. So I must be doing something modestly right. All right, so yeah, stay in the mix, folks, and I'll catch you on the next Forneverlands Friday. Peace.